Right, okay, that's better. Bloody audio wasn't working. Right, okay, T. I'll just go to the camera. Oh, it's a bit dark and my LED light's not working right now. I'll see if I can move the other light, because I don't have much light right now. Um, right, sorry about this, but there's my empty, but that's a clean bottle. Right, I'm going to try and siphon off the I'm going to siphon off the etchant from this big bottle, because the copper's all at the bottom, you see, and I don't really disturb it. So, on this little bottle, so I'm just gonna. Um, hmm. So this works for gold as well as steel. Well, the thing is, first of all, I need to get these. I need to get my ferric chloride into another bottle because I want to use that for my circuit board etching. You see. I don't know if you can watch me, AT. I don't know if you got the bandwidth. I don't know if you got the bandwidth. I'll get you the link just in case. Come on, where's the link for this? Right, just a sec, I'm trying to find get this link and I don't know if you can watch or not, but I've got a link. Oh, okay. Okay. No worries. Anyway, sorry I haven't got much light on this subject right now. My solar battery, I've still got it on balanced charging, and that reset thing hasn't come back on. I could do it manually, but I'm farting them out. These LED lights I've got here, they're just not that bright, and this other camera is really crap. I suppose I could put the other camera on, but nah, no, I'm not going to mess about. I just want to get this sorted out. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to get this syringe thing. I'm going to attach it to some plastic tubing, which I use from a water filter actually, but this red tubing is fine because it's spare stuff that I don't use really. I usually use it for flushing my water filter system anyway, but I'll just have to rinse it out thoroughly afterwards. Anyway, it's usually, this red stuff is usually used for the lining anyway from the tap, so I'll get this red tubing out of here. Probably won't need it anyway again. I have got some other tubing, but I think it's a bit too short. I don't think it's long enough. No, it's not long enough. No, I'll have to use this red stuff, that's all I can use really. Right, that bit doesn't, just move out of the way. I'm just disconnecting these auto crimp things. Right, I've got my red tube in. Stick that on that one. Yeah, baking soda's probably the best bet. Yeah, I could flush the tubes out. I'll have to get some baking soda on Monday. Okay, that's my empty container. I am going to use gravity to move the ferric chloride solution from the big bottles and this little bottle into this big one. There's a bit of water in there, that's all. I just need to get rid of that. Right. I rinsed it out. I need to do the lid off that here. I need to secure this so it doesn't get knocked over. So what I'm going to do, I've got a box down here. I'm going to wedge this bottle between the box and my table. That way I won't have any accidents. I need to be steady with this because I don't want. Right, okay, I'll just stick the bottle between that box and the table. You can't see the bottle it's going into, it's sort of down there. Move the camera a little bit. Oh, really? I'm just trying to figure out if I've got some more light I can switch on. Oh, I know what I can do. I can move that light a bit closer. I'll just go around the other side of it. I'll try and move it a bit. Knocking everything over. My table is full of crap. Right, that should be a bit better. Oh yeah, that's better. Okay, that works. Yeah, there's not a lot you can see really right now, but so what I'm going to do is I'm going to stick my syringe in this pipe, and it's a tight fit, and I'm going to measure this tube in so that I'm going to have to bend it straight. But I don't want it to go all the way down to the bottom because it will come into contact with the raw copper silt at the base of the bottle. So I've got to measure this. I've got to find out where the actual copper is in the base, and it looks to be. Actually, it doesn't look like that much really. But it looks like I need to be about up to that line there for now. So I need to be. I'm just going to go to that line. I'm going to put a clip or something on this pipe on top so it doesn't go all the way into the bottle. So what I'm going to have to find is a paper clip. Oh, I know what. A perfect solution. I use one of these. Maybe that'll work. Oh, actually it will. Oh no, yeah, will it? Right, this isn't perfect. Well, I can put it at an angle. At an angle, it won't go all the way in the bottle. Right, so what I'm going to do is take that lid off. This thing is going to fall on the floor. I need to get a new bottle for this anyway, because this bottle's, I've had this a long time. This other new bottle's gonna do the job, I think. So I need to get this started so that I actually see some in the syringe. And so if I stick this down here, it shouldn't go all the way to the bottom. No, I just don't want to disturb the salt in the base. Oh, I don't know if it's, actually, I might have to just suck this in stages, because this syringe is really, really big, so I could actually suck so much out at a time and then inject it into the other bottle. That way I can actually see what's in the syringe. I'm actually going to try that. I don't want this to wiggle about because it's going to stir the base up, so I need to put something in there to stop it wiggling about. Blue tack. Blue tack might be just a job. It's going to get copper sulfate on it though. Perchloride all over it. That's the problem. No, I don't want to use my blue tack. Let me think, what else can I use? I know what might work. This little plasticky thing. It's got a springy thing on it. No, that's not going to be. Oh yeah, maybe. I don't know. I'm just going to try pulling back on this fringe now. Yeah, it's working. If I see copper coming through, I'm just going to do it slowly. I don't want to go fast. Right, now this is about the same height as that liquid. Now when I take this off here, it's going to leak everywhere. So I'm going to have to, you know what, I might have to use that other tubing. I might just have to use the other tubing. I'm going to have to lift this up because it's going to pour out of here. I'm going to move it over and try and get it on that bottle. In that bottle. Oh, this is fiddly. I just don't want to have an accident. So if I put a bottle like this on my knee, this could actually be kind of messy. I should have brought a bucket in here. Very carefully. Oh, it's not pouring out. Cool. It's not pouring out. That's good because there's a bit of an airlock on it. Well, it's not pouring out, so that's alright. This tube is a bit too short, you see. It's actually higher up than that end, so it's probably gone back into the bottle, actually, that. I think it probably has. I just want to get the drips out of there. Now I want to inject the rest of this back into this big bottle. Right, that's that in there. Right, okay. Now this is not too bad because that end is a bit lower than this end, so it's basically going back. So I'm just going to use the syringe to keep doing this. better to be safe than sorry. Right, I'm going to put this little container thing underneath. One little drop, tiny one drop, that's nothing. Soaked it with that tissue. I'll put the rest of this in here. Yeah, this is working alright. If I leave that container just underneath that pipe, any drips will go in there. I'm basically removing about 100 millilitres at a time, roughly. Oh, damn it. That is just typical. Ferric chloride is not a potentially dangerous thing, it's just corrosive. It's just not very harmful, really. Okay, we're getting there. I'd rather do it this way than mix it all up. do if you want to get a bigger I'll go and get a bigger overspill thing. That's what I probably need. I'll get a saucer, I think that will work. Oh, something that's easy to pour from. Yeah, I'll use my glass Pyrex dish. A Pyrex dish is it's perfect for this. You can pour it easily because it's got a spout on it. That's better. That camera's not very well positioned. I think that's better. It's actually got rather cold at the moment, so I've got a cardigan on. It's trying to save on fuel bills right now. Oh, the stream seems to be glitching out. I'll just leave a bottom down there. I'm getting close to that line where I went, so I'm probably going to be pulling up air in a minute. Yeah, we're getting air now. I'm pretty close to the bottom where I don't want to pull up sediment. I want to put any sediment in a different container if I can. You see, I can't really see through this bottle very well. It's very hard to see. So what I'll probably have to do is I'm probably going to have to cut this bottle open. I'm going to have to cut this bottle so I can actually control the height of the pipe, because I can't see in it because it's fogged up. So what I'll do is I'll take this pipe out because it's getting very hard to I'm just going to put some tissue around the ends because right, I'm going to have to cut this bottle open because I can see the copper is just very much below the surface and I don't want to go any deeper. And suck up all the copper as well. But, you know, there's not as much copper in there as I thought there was. It's certainly not as heavy as it used to be. Must have been mostly water I was weighing. This is starting to look like a no-go. I don't think I've got that much copper in there, as much as I thought. But anyway, I'm going to get my scissors and cut this bottle open so I can extract without mixing all of that copper up. So I'm just going to cut it above the water line, because this bottle served its purpose. I've had it long enough. So I'm going to be cutting it while it's got liquid in it, so I've got to be careful. If I can. I don't know if I can. Just getting started. I don't want to collapse the bottle, you see. Oh, I've got in there anyway. Right. Just don't want to mix all that sediment up because I'd have to wait for weeks and months probably for it to settle out again. I don't want to spill it. Where's the other end? I'm close. I'll have to come down a bit. There, I got you. Right. Look at that without spilling a drop. Right. So I've got a little bucket now. I'm getting rid of this old bottle. I don't know whether. Oh, there's the old cap on it. Right, basically I don't have to use the pipe anymore. I can just dip my syringe in there now. And I can't see the copper in the bottom, it's not very clear, so I'm going to have to basically I'll get with a torch thing, hang on. It's hard to tell actually, I might have stirred this up a bit. It's very cloudy, so I'm going to put this in the jug so it can settle a bit, because I can see through that. So let me find out. Yeah, this looks like it's got kind of cloudy, because this is by no means as clear as that, right? That is very, very clear, ferric chloride without the copper in it. So I'm going to have to let this settle, so what I'll probably do is stick it in the other bottle. What I'll do is I'll put this in this other little bottle and allow it to settle. Then I'll extract the liquid out of this one later, but in the meantime I'm going to stick this back in here gently. I don't want to stir it all up. Oh, it's mixing up already just by pouring it in there. That's how easy it is to mix it up. Just I can see it's disturbed the copper in the bottom, so what I'll do is I'll stick it in this this jug a minute. And then oh, Danny's there. So I'm going to try and extract this copper that's not been disturbed, and I can see how deep I can go. I can go about to that line again, so I'm going to use this red pipe again. I'll get this ferric chloride off the top of this one, because this hasn't been disturbed. So how deep can I should get most of this out in one go though, because I need to measure this bottle depth. I'm just making sure it drips into there. Right, I think I've got that out of the tube. Now I need to get this in. Oh, straighten this pipe again because it keeps curling up. So I need to go to about there. So that's about. Go up to about that point there. I'll extract this out. I don't want to spill that. This is a smaller bottle, so I've got to be very careful not to knock it over. Just take it really slowly. can't, oops, don't you, I can't see the line, the measuring scale. Okay. I've just realised something. When I take the syringe off, it probably mixes the bottom up, so I'm going to stick this end in there before I take the syringe out. And then it shouldn't mix it all up. There we go. That's that one. Stick that on the tissue and this one in the jug. Put this in there. Right. Yeah, there's a lot of copper in there as I thought, so but it's still worth finding out if they'll take it anyway. So I've still got some more to extract from here. This bottle's got very light now. Put that end in, it should, the stuff that was in the pipe should drop into that one because it's clear this stuff. Oh, it seems that there was an airlock in it anyway, so. Oh, the clip's come off. That made me jump. Right, this bottle is all clear ferric chloride solution without any copper in. Well, not much copper in it. There will be some floating about in it. Right, so now basically all I have to do is let this little bottle, the little bottle is going to be, see, this is all clear now, this is all pure ferric chloride solution without all that copper silt. So all I have to do is put this lot in the jug which has got mixed up, and this lot which is in the bottom of here in this little bottle, and let it resettle. There's quite a bit of copper in the bottom of there, I can see now. You see there's quite a bit of copper in there. Maybe I should just pour this other container into there, find out what copper's in here. I'll just pour it all in, I think. I'm going to get this straw and mix it up. There's quite a bit of copper in the bottom of there. There's not as much as I thought though. You know what, I don't think I've probably got a couple of quid in here. Probably nothing really significant. But I will do what Ally Tom suggested, and that is to look at the way that copper stuck to that straw. I will actually put a piece of steel in and see if I can that copper is stuck to the straw. That's really strange. I need some more tissue. Actually, what I could do is dilute it now. Well, not dilute it yet, but well, I could actually dilute this down a bit so that I can see through it better. So I'll probably do that. There's actually quite a bit of copper in there really, but that's why it's so hard to see through. So I'm just going to put some distilled water in this container here to get it to pour into this jug. I need to find my brush. Where's my little yellow brush gone? Look at copper in there. What's happened to my computer? It's gone to sleep. I must have buried it somewhere. Where's that fucking yellow paintbrush gone? Has it gone on the floor? Probably has. Ah, there we are. Found it. I'm just going to put some distilled water in here. Maybe I should just put some distilled water in this bottle, shake it up, get it all mixed in and let it resettle into the big bottle. So I'll try this, I'll try the bottle first. I want the lid. I can basically leave this bottle somewhere where I don't use it and give it plenty of time to settle. I'm shaking it up at the moment because I want to mix it with that distilled water I've just put in there. Actually, I've added distilled water and I've got to add this liquid as well, and I'm not going to have enough room. I've just thought, oops. Oh well. I could always put it in another bottle. I'll find another bottle that's a bit bigger. I need to. Actually, a bigger bottle's better anyway. If I dilute it, it make it easy to separate the copper out. So I need to. Get this copper out the bottom of this thing. Well, it's really stuck to that straw. It's surprising. I'll do what Allied Tam said and put some steel in there to get it to stick to the copper. What kind of steel do you recommend? Welding rod? Oh, he's not watching, I forgot. Hyde could maybe ask him. I've got some welding rod I could stick in there, but it's... Oh, actually the copper, the welding rod has got some copper on it. It's copper plated. So, I wonder if that would be perfect to attract all the copper to it. Yeah, I've got some copper plated welding rods, so I need to blow this out because there's some copper going in the end. Need some air in it first. That's it, I've got it off that straw. For some reason a great big blob of copper wanted to stick to this straw and I don't know why. Like electrostatic or something. I don't like the bottom of this container because it's it's got voids in it and it's hard to get the copper out. I need a bottle that's got a flat bottom, really. We're getting there. Most of the heavy copper is going to the bottom of this jug. I'll use some of this diluted stuff. I could put this in the window actually with the lid loose, and the sun, the heat from the sun would dry it out and it would condense it down a bit. That's another thing I could do. Yeah, that's probably a good idea, because then once it's been neutralised with some bicarbonate of soda, evaporating off the surplus moisture is probably what I need to do. So I could leave it in the window, because it does, the sun does sort of evaporate the oh, that's it. I've got a lot of that. I've got most of that out of there now. I don't think I'm worried about what's left in there. Yeah, I think I can say that that's safely done. So I'm gonna check the chart in a minute. I'll get rid of this container. What's left of it? And I'm going to find another bottle that I can use. I think I'll use this milk container. It's basically nylon or something. It's 2 pints, so my hands stink. I'm gonna have to wash my hands in a minute. But this nylon container is probably going to be perfect, because I can leave it somewhere for it to settle, and I've got plenty of room in there. Right. So, I think the safest way to do this is to simply syringe it in, because if I pour it I could spill it. So I've already shaken this bottle up. I need to make sure all the copper is in the solution before putting this jug. I'm not going to cut another bottle open to get the copper out. Right, that should work. Pour it all in there. I've got all the copper out of that bottle, so I'm going to stick it in this nylon one now. We'll leave it to a few stringent operations for this, I tell you. It's not going to take too long though, because this syringe takes 100 millilitres a go. Well, there's a bit of sediment, so I'm going to have to stir that up. Might be best if I pour what's left of that. I think it will be. I basically need to let this flipping computer's gone to sleep again. Let this container settle for a few days. I have to put the lid on. Not sure I haven't spilt any on the outside. No, I haven't. And it's all on the inside. Some more tissue. I'm going to wash my hands. My hands stink really bad. I'm going to push this pipe out as well. I've got to rinse the syringe, the jug. That can go in the bin. Actually, no, I'll probably keep that. I still use a small bottle of etch when I'm using it portable, so I can move it around. I'll probably keep that bottle and use it again. The small amounts. It saves me carrying the big bottle around. But I'm just going to put this lid on. After I wipe the neck, because I don't want it all over the cap. So that's got more distilled water in it. Well, reverse osmosis purified water. So I'm going to have to let that settle for a few days. It might be best if I put it at an angle like that, so that all the copper goes into one corner, sort of like at an angle like this. Then the copper will settle into one corner. Then when I gently tilt it over, I'll be able to draw out all the liquid from one side. That's what I'm thinking. So I can leave it the right way up for now, but it'd be best if I tilt it, put it in the windowsill where it's warm during the day, and lean it up against the windowsill, window ledge on one side, and the heat will just help to the convection, whatever, will help it to settle more probably. Anyway, this straw can go in the bin. I'm going to rinse this lot out. Sorry about that. Took quite a while to clean that out. I had to rinse and double rinse and oh well. Not much else to show right now, but I've just got to let this container settle for a few days, and at least all the copper's in one container now. That's the main thing. And my etchant solution is here, and that's clear as a bell. There's no copper in there. Well, there will be some dissolved copper in there, but there's no copper sediment in there. That's what I mean. So you can see that even though that's opaque, that container, there's a big difference between the two. This is the green ferric chloride solution. There's a big difference. You can't really tell until you... It's actually not really green, it's kind of... It's greenish, but it's kind of brown as well, but... Yeah, it's definitely more... Definitely cleaner than it was, which is what I wanted. Anyway, I'll stop the stream now.